of Logan Paul and KSI. There's a big fight that's going down between KSI and Logan Paul. Now let me ask you something. Do you think that that's right or wrong? Do you think that all these young people, all these teenagers across the world, millions of them, are watching two men violently batter each other? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Now, do we remember something else about Logan Paul at the beginning of the year? Do you remember what he did? He went out into that forest and he filmed suicide. Now, I think we're in a worrying place now with our young people. We've got teenagers looking at suicide and finding it funny. I've got a question if you're a bit older now. When your grandparents were teenagers, were there more or less suicides than there are today? Over to you. So when your grandparents were teenagers, has the rate of suicide increased or decreased? What do you think? It's increased, hasn't it? Is it any wonder when our kids go into the science lesson and they're told you're animals? They walk into the physics lesson and they're told you're just an accident. If you're an atheist, I've got a challenge for you. If you're an atheist, I want to chat to you right now. I challenge any atheist to tell me how you get a universe from nothing. Over to you. If you're an atheist, I challenge any atheist now to tell me any good, any order which comes from any explosion. Now I teach kids drama, and some of those kids were in that concert when Ariana Grande was singing and there was an explosion. Did any good, did any order come out of that? Whenever I think of explosions, I think of Hiroshima, I think of September 11th, all the wars. Every single one of those explosions caused mess and chaos. And yet, our scientists, can you believe it? Our scientists want us to believe that this world came by an explosion, by a Big Bang. I'm not going to believe it, I'm sorry. Now some of you will be wondering, what have I got behind here? Can you see what I've got in front of me here? I've got a bit of I've got a bar of fudge on the end of this rod, okay? And this is a bit like what life's like. Let me ask you this. It's a bit like, in front of us all the time, we've got things dangling in front of us. Before I was a Christian, let me be honest, I used to smoke cannabis. I used to smoke weed, and I could not give it up. I used to go to parties. I wonder how many of you get drunk. You know, all the time we've got these things that are dangling in front of us. Now I'm going to say something a bit crazy. And I wonder if you might think I'm a bit odder than I already am, standing on a nice free box, holding a fishing rod, but I'm going to throw something else out here. I believe in someone called the devil. Do you believe in him? All the time, he's trying to hook you, he's trying to grab your attention and get you to bite onto things. Because he wants you to go to a horrible place called hell. I'm from Greater Manchester. Does anybody know what's happened in Manchester over the last few days? Come on. Those big fires in Saddleworth and all across. I'm in Wigan and you can smell the smoke when you leave the windows. Now we've got some clean air, but I'll tell you, fire destroys. And the reason I'm standing on here looking like a bit of an idiot standing here is because there is a flame that every single one of us will face if we do not put our trust in Jesus Christ. And fire destroys. Do you know the Bible, the last page of the Bible, book 1 says this: no liar can enter heaven. Liars will have their part in the lake of fire. Now I've told lies and you've told lies. So that makes us in big trouble. Now everyone take a good look at this fine specimen of a man in front of you now, okay? Look at me. Do you think that these fists here have ever hit anyone before? What do you think? These fists, everyone look at them now. Everyone have a good look at those fists. Have they hit anyone before? What do you think? They have, okay? Now look at these eyes. Do you think that these eyes have ever looked at anything they shouldn't have? What do you think? They have. Now you don't know me, but you're already saying they have, okay? Now ask me this question. Am I going to heaven? No, I am actually. I'll tell you why. There are only two types of people that get to heaven. Perfect people and forgiven people. Now is anyone going by perfect?
If you go to heaven, I don't want to go.
Oh, is that right, sir? Well, I would love it if you were in heaven with me, sir. That's why I'm standing here today. I would love it if you could be in heaven with me.
I don't want to go to heaven with somebody that preaches at me all the time.
Oh, well, I wouldn't be preaching then because you'd be in heaven, you wouldn't need preaching. Do you know this man's made quite an interesting point? And he's saying I'm being a bit annoying. Do you know what a street preacher's like? A street preacher is just like a fire alarm. Really, really annoying, but they warn of danger. So that's why I'm here today. Two types of people that get to heaven. Perfect people and forgiven people. Now, none of us are perfect, are we? But we can all be forgiven. I'll tell you why. 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ came into this world. He was spat on. They put a crown of thorns onto his head and they nailed him to a cross. For all the bad things you've done, for all the bad things I've done, he was crucified between two thieves because you've done wrong. Do you think you've done wrong? Let me ask you a question. Do you think you're good enough to get to heaven? Because none of us are. And he died there so you could be forgiven. Now, if you're an atheist, I've got a question for you. If you're an atheist, we go into Lancaster Hospital now. You're an atheist, okay? You answer this question for me, my friend, okay? We go into Lancaster Hospital and we stand before a dying man. You give a dying man, if you're an atheist, give one hope to a dying man beyond the grave. Any hope you can give to a dying man. Pardon? We can't, can we? We can't give any hope to dying men. But Jesus conquered the grave. Jesus said, if you put your trust in me, I'll give you eternal life. Now, many of us think we've got much stronger than we have, but we don't. I wonder, the hourglass is turned over. I wonder how much sand is left in your hourglass today. Jesus beat the grave, he loves you, and he died for you. Okay, one final challenge now for the atheist. One final challenge for the skeptic. Are you ready for it? What would you think of me if I said to you, Harry Potter is a terrible book? What would you think of me if I said, Harry Potter is the worst book in the world?
I agree with you.
You'd agree with me? Thank you. Thank you for your contribution, sir. What if I said, Harry Potter is a terrible book, but I've never read it before? What would you think of me then?
You like me?
Well, I think most people would say, read it first and then make a judgment. Please, don't ever say that the Bible is a load of rubbish without reading it first. Now watch this. Oh! I'm going to offer you a portion of the Bible for free. If anyone wants it, you come and take it from my hand. It's yours for free. Thank you. Those of you being brave, please take it from my hand. Thank you, sir. May God bless you.
Bless you, lad.
God bless you. Thank you, sir. If anyone else wants one, this man's been very brave and he's come out and taken one of these. Anyone else feeling brave to take one? God bless you, man. Anyone else? There you go. God bless you. Read it through. These are the words of eternal life.